Hey, welcome to Road Less Travel 51. Happy Sunday night. Hey, Bryan, how you doing tonight, brother?
Very good.
Doing good? Good. And we're here tonight with Chaz Bond of Biogenesis and Jacob's Dream, and we're excited to hear that there's some new stuff getting ready to be uh, finalized and put out. So, Chaz, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Not bad.
Glad to have you tonight. Looking forward to
Buccaneers.
hearing what you got going on. This is our second time having Chaz with us. He was one of our
Yep.
first guests ever,
Chapter
and
two.
we're super happy to have him back in our. I guess this is our second season. This is we're into our second year now, so we're really
That's
excited
awesome.
about what the Lord's been doing with the show and everything. So, Bryan, what kind of music you got to share tonight?
This one, I was thankful that I was able to buy it from, I guess, Europe because they ran out of them in the United States. So this is Saints. Actually, it's a bootleg that they made, so it's legal, and it's from their recording. They're not a actual recording session, but a practice session before, like, what is it called? Sorry, I had a brain fart. When you're getting ready to do a show, you get together and
Rehearse.
thank you. I couldn't get practice out of my head. So for a live hookup and a quick mix, this is really good if you haven't heard it, if you can find a copy. And I really Saint was good before, nothing bad at all. But adding Eli Prinzen made me a fan instantly. So and then when I first became a Christian in 1985, then I moved to Michigan. And my brother said, "Hey Bryan, there's a guy that says he's a Christian, but he listens to a band named Petra. Hey, can he be a Christian and listen to that?" And so I had a friend give me some cassettes for like first thing I did was I went, "You know what I think about?" And I'm like, "Wait a minute, I don't even know what I believe. I'm going by what the Baptist Church is telling me." So my first concert was Beyond Belief at the Welsh Auditorium in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I was hooked.
Great album.
Oh my goodness! In live, it's even better.
Yeah, it's a really good album.
Yep. And I just got goosebumps thinking about it because I was supposed to go see Kiss as my first concert back in the day, but I'm really glad that that didn't work out so that Petra could be my first one. And then I remember going to Cadillac for the Potato Festival, and there was this weird named band called Bride, and I'm like, oh, I'll check them out. Becomes one of my favorites, and then he's our singer. I mean, that night, if somebody would have told me that Dale Thompson would be singing for me and I'd be playing guitar and writing songs, I'd be like, what are you smoking?
Right, right.
And here we are.
Yeah, God is good,
Those are my
man.
three.
All right, so I'm going to start off with probably, probably some faces out there with this one, but this is Holy Soldier's third album, Promised Man. Very different than their first two
Yep.
releases. New singer, kind of a grunge sound, but does have a very cool Larry Norman cover on it. And a song that resonated with me quite a bit when I first heard it was Mumbo Jumbo. If you've
Yeah, I like that
wasted
one.
time sitting in front of a TV with a remote control in your hand, yeah,
Yep.
you need to listen to that song. So, good solid album if you're looking for classic metal, hair metal, because you like Holy Soldier, this isn't it. But if you can do a little grunge, um, check it out.
Hey, but the
Um,
Lord said it's okay to hold the controller if you're watching the Buccaneers.
is that right?
No.
Deny the Fallen. Ray Parr is a good friend of the show with his podcast. Is It Wrong? He's been on with us. We've been on with him. This is his other project. He's known for Sacred Warrior, but this right here is another Ray Parra vocal. A little heavier, a little different style than Sacred Warrior, but good solid metal album. And if you want to travel out to Sweden, I got Harmony, good Swedish power metal, kind of in the vein of Narnia and Rainseed and things like that. Really solid. They've had two different vocalists, but honestly, you can't tell the difference from each album that they switch vocalists. And we'll probably be talking about this one tonight a little bit and some other
Oh,
stuff
hey,
coming out
you
from
look familiar.
Biogenesis.
You might
But
know them.
So Chaz, what do you got going on musically this week?
Working really getting into this new album, Hell's Carnival. I know the fans are probably like, man, he's been talking about that for a little while. That's true. But obviously, we went through a lot of changes. We were supposed to have Ryan Robick originally as the guitarist on that album, and then I got Jimmy Ziga, my guitarist now. He came along, and he really wanted to do it, and he wanted to be a permanent member of Bio. So we kind of switched gears. We kind of scratched our original plan. So that kind of slowed things down. But once we got into the writing, like a year or so ago, almost 2 years ago. Oh, geez. Life catches up with you fast, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, the writing has been really good, and I've been sitting on a lot of really good material. Which, I mean, I don't want to say this too much, but in my opinion, I think it's probably going to be our best album. But that's a lot of people think that about their new stuff. So, but I think the production is going to be the best that we've had. Jimmy Ziga is really working hard on it. It's sounding really, really great. And I'm pretty sure that if you took this album and slapped a big band name on it and it had the same album, but just put this huge name on it, it would probably explode.
Right.
I think it's one of those types of albums. So here's the funny thing. I have a full house here, and I love to record alone, right? I like to be by myself so I can really get into the whole vibe of everything when I record. So I have a full house here. There's always somebody here. So there's this garage right across the street from my new house. I live in Pennsylvania now, by the way. I don't live in Ohio anymore. So that's new. And I'm going to go over there and just really get in my own world and just knock the rest of these songs out. Hopefully this album will be out early 2026. That's the goal.
Cool. So what are you listening to this week?
Well, I haven't really listened to much this week, to be honest. Once I get a break from the music, I kind of focus on family and other things. But as I was sitting here talking to you guys, my fiance handed me a couple of albums, and a couple of them are actually mine, which is kind of weird, but oh well, whatever. This one, if any of you guys that are watching, guys or girls that are watching this is my last album with Jacob's Dream. It came out in 2009. It was called Beneath Shadows, and it was a concept album about a guy that had gone through drug addiction and everything, and pretty much lost almost everything until he found the Lord, and it kind of goes. It's pretty powerful stuff. I was very proud of it. If you never heard this album, and like Jacob's Dream, you definitely got to have that in your collection. It's not the most technically driven, musically driven album that they did, but the story is very, very powerful. I guess I'll do another one of mine since we're doing that. Here's the vinyl that my fiance just pulled out. She's like, here, show them this. So this was the Black Widow vinyl version from Biogenesis. This was a couple of records ago. And pretty proud of it, And we're hoping that this new one, Hell's Carnival, will also be on vinyl eventually, but we'll see.
I've got the T-shirt, but I couldn't find it for the show tonight. I was going to wear it.
Oh, darn.
Yeah. So I went with this one.
Oh, well, hey, there's nothing wrong with that shirt.
Nope.
That's an album right there that, in my opinion, had it been in secular circles, it could have been like really huge. In my opinion.
Big time.
I think that album, blows away anything from Guns N' Roses or any of those other bands. I think it's right there. I really do. I'm not just saying.
Hey, Chaz, I'm glad you brought that up because I was going through Facebook. I don't know if it's a year or so ago, and somebody did a reference to Guns N' Roses, and Dale commented, "You mean Axl Rose is more like me? I've been doing this for over 40 years."
Yeah. Yeah.
He
Well,
blows
yeah, I
Axl
mean-
Rose away anyway.
Yeah, I think Dale has more range, more power,
Yep.
more control, all of those things.
Yep.
Yeah, and Dale won't drop his mic in the middle of a show and walk out either.
Right, correct. Yeah, he probably won't leave fans waiting for 2 hours for him to come out.
And Dale, is Dale 62? Dale's 62, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the stuff.
And he's still doing.
Oh, is he?
His vocals are very strong for
He might
being
be.
62. Huh?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We lost you, Chaz.
Are you there? Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, garbled, but we lost your video.
Okay, you can hear me. All right.
There
Oh,
you
there I
are.
am.
Oh, there
Yeah, I
you
don't know
are.
what's going on there.
You're a little garbled.
Yeah, now we got like background sounds and stuff.
I got a fan going. It's really hot up
Okay.
here.
Yeah, you sound better now.
Okay, good.
All right.
We
So,
jumped on the Dale Thompson.
so you're talking about and you said about Snakes being, if it was a secular release, I felt that way about Kinetic Faith. Kinetic Faith would have been, I think, through the roof too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're talking
Yeah,
about.
they were making a lot of really.
What's that?
Go ahead. Oh, I was saying they were making some really good, really catchy albums around that time.
Yeah.
Yep.
There was 3 in a row that were just like, classic, definitive.
Scarecrow
drive.
Messiah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're talking about the new album coming out, and you said it's going to be the best ever. And
Yeah.
so, what's different? Is there a different style? Is there a different?
Well,
obviously, it's going to be Biogenesis fans are expecting, and we'll get, I'm sure, a Biogenesis sound.
yeah, I mean, you're gonna recognize it obviously with my voice and everything. But new guitarist, new writer. He's very eclectic, which is what Bio's always been about, anyways. The last album, Rise of the Phoenix, was very, very heavy and thrash driven. This one is more balanced, like what most Bio fans really, I think, are used to. And I just think the songs are very catchy. They're powerful. They kind of have it all. They have, the hook choruses. They have the catchy rhythm that really catches your attention. Powerful lyrics. So I think it kind of has it all. And I really, really can't wait to release this one, to be honest. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, cool. I'm trying headphones. I'm getting some feedback, and I'm afraid it's my mic.
Oh, it's you?
Are you guys getting feedback on my vocal? On my?
I'm not.
audio?
No, I'm not.
I'm hearing something. I thought it was Chaz. It's you?
Well, I put headphones in, so to clean up mine, so there's no feedback.
I don't hear anything.
Okay.
No.
Cool.
I don't hear it.
I think it might just be his fan.
It could be. Do you want to turn that off on? Maybe she'll turn off the fan. Maybe that'll help.
And he's going to be sweating to death. We make our guests suffer.
You just pick it up. Yeah, just pick it up. Yeah. There you go.
This is because we're live and we get all the good technical stuff and
There, that's better.
work everything out. So, excellent.
All right, the fan's off now, so hopefully that helped.
It did.
Cool. It did.
Okay.
Yeah, very good. So, where are you at in the process? You said you got vocals to lay down.
Yeah, I mean, I've already done some of them. I usually record. I mean, I'll do a demo early on, knowing that it's probably going to get scratched. But sometimes if I really like something I did, I'll be like, I don't know if I want to change that part. And I'll take that part and I'll keep it, and then I'll do the other things around it, stuff like that. So I got some of that to do, and there's some I'm going to do fully over again. But you know, basically once I get the vocals done, I mean, it's just mix down time pretty much. The music's pretty much already there, and it sounds amazing already.
Cool. So what's the target? You got a target month for release?
I'm hoping February. You know, it's going to be up to Rocks obviously too. But you know, it depends on what they got going on. But you know, he said probably early next year, so I'm thinking maybe February-ish. We'll say ish for now.
Okay.
You never know how those things are going to go. So
No, you don't. 'Cause ours was pushed back a couple times.
right. So yeah, you just don't know. But I think fans will be pretty delighted when they. I think they will.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I picked this one up since you were on last time, and man, it was one of those ones I could listen to like 3 times in a row.
No, thanks.
Tired of, and that's when you're listening for the third time.
What's the name of that one?
Decadence Divine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I bought the one, The Rise of the Phoenix.
Okay. Yeah.
But that was too heavy for me.
Yeah.
It sounded good, but I sent that to my brother for his birthday, and he loved it.
Yeah. Yeah. Rise of the Phoenix was kind of an anomaly because the guy that I had, which is Tiago De Souza, the same guy that worked with Dale on that other project we were talking about. That's just what he wanted to do. He wanted to write really, really heavy. So I'm like, all right, man, you do your thing and I'll do mine. And I'm proud of it. Don't get me wrong. But I think, you know, really, I really want more balance with Bio. I mean, I like to have some elements of heavy, but I also want to pull back a little bit and have more melody and stuff like that. And I think not knocking the last record at all. And I'm sure fans of like the really blistering heavy, they probably like that record a lot. But you know, A Decadence Divine, the one you're talking about there, I mean, I think that's more of what I think of when I think of Bio, you know. And this album is it's not A Decadence Divine because we don't have a keyboard player like we did then. But I think I think it'll make a lot of those, for the fans of that album, I think will be really pleasantly like, oh wow, okay, there it is, you know. there it is. That's the sound, you know, that we remember, you know. It's not identical, but it's not too far from it either. So
is it going to be like melodic rock?
Oh, yeah, it'll be very melodic. There'll be moments when it's pretty heavy.
Right.
You know, there's actually a song called I Hate the Devil, and it's very heavy, but the lyrics are very clear and it's very catchy. And even if you're not into the super heavy, you almost kind of want to go, yeah, you know. And actually on that, when I wrote those lyrics, it's actually about the ministry of Bio through the years, because we'd done so many things. You know, we'd played in all kinds of, I guess what you would say, dark places, whatever, through the years. And that's always been our target audience. And so the song is kind of about, like the song says, you know, like I hate the devil and the devil hates me, you know, like, you know, and I'm talking about how like I'll always be a thorn in his side and this kind of thing. It's because that's kind of what Bio has been. Well, then one day after the tragedy that happened to Charlie Kirk, you know, I was sitting there thinking about it, and I'm like, you know, that's really what he was about. That's really what he did. You know, he was not afraid to say whatever needed to be said, no matter what it was, or who was standing in front of him. He didn't back down at all. And I think in some way I want to like try to you know, basically dedicate that to him in a way. Even though it was originally about our ministry. So, but yeah, there's a lot on this album that's, you know, there's a ballad, there's one song about my fiance actually. So it's not like a slow lovey-dovey. It's not what you think. You'll see. I don't want to give too much away.
I think you sent me a couple of those.
I probably did, yeah.
Because I'm remembering now the one about the devil thing.
Yeah, yeah, I think I did send you that one.
And I want to do something real quick because there's people that might be watching that didn't see Chaz the first time. So real quick, I want to do a plug for my band. We are Resolute, and we have 4 albums. I'm going to just real quick show them. This is the newest one that Chaz hasn't listened to yet. Shame on you. Just kidding. But the reason why I bring it up is not only to let people know about it, but this album looks familiar to Chaz, right?
Yeah.
And you did the second song called Light of Day, which I had with my other band, Otherwise Broken, for many years. And so John and I have wanted to put some songs from Otherwise Broken on there. And I asked Chaz one day, hey, you want to do the vocals? And so he did. Is that why you bought the mic? Is that because you wanted to do that at home?
Actually, I had bought it to do the Rise of the Phoenix album.
Okay.
And man, that was a process learning how to use all that stuff because I'm not a tech guy at all. I'm still that old school guy that, you know, when he thought of video games, he thought about Atari or going to the bowling alley and getting a quarter to go play Donkey Kong, you know, like I'm always behind. Maybe not that behind, but you know what I mean. I'm an old school guy.
And I need John Mockma, my drummer, so he does all that technical crap and tries to teach me, and I really try to learn. But
yeah, us putting this together before StreamYard was a nightmare. So yeah.
Yep. Oh man. Well, you know, I just know how to do the vocals and I know how to send the vocals, and I let other people do all that other stuff. I'm like, okay, you know.
Yep.
Well, here you go. You do your magic. You do your thing. I don't know nothing about that mixing stuff. I know when it sounds good, right, but I don't know how to make it sound like that. Like y'all got to do that.
Hey, I'm gonna hop into our comments real quick.
Right.
We've got Sean Spicer, an alumnus of the show, also chatting on with us tonight. He says Chaz Bond rocks, indeed.
Thanks, man.
And so do you, Sean. By the way.
Yep.
It was great having Sean on a few months ago.
And then some girl named Terry Lynn.
And Terry Lynn says, cannot wait for the new album to be released. It will not disappoint. Hell's Carnival. Thank you for the continued prayers, everyone. And Terry Lynn's kind of an alumnus of the show. She joined Chaz when you were on the first time, and we had you guys both on together. And,
technically, she was one of the first rockers on your show.
Yes, for sure. So, continue to pray for you, Terry.
Thank you.
She's 2 for 2 now.
There she is.
Oh, 2 for 2, yeah.
All right. So, what's been going on with you otherwise, ministry-wise? You know, anything exciting, anything new?
What hasn't been going on? You know, we've had, her surgery, moving.
Yeah.
Right when we moved here, she had her surgery right after that. So we haven't even had a chance to really try to enjoy or take in the new town or anything like that. It's a beautiful house, but it's just there's been a lot of moving parts with that.
Surgery was bad.
Yeah, surgery was difficult. So thank you for all the prayers and everything. But she's coming along a lot better than she thinks she is. Like we can see it from the outside, but she's still in a lot of physical, difficulties and pain and stuff. But she's getting up, moving around a lot better than she did when we first had the surgery. So that's been going on. Man, geez, what else has been going on? There's just so much stuff, kind of going on at the same time. Some dad stuff and trying to get this album wrapped up and trying to stay focused on that too, because I know that this, whenever I'm making an album, I know God wants me to do this for a reason, and I got to try to remind myself of that sometimes, because every time I think that I'm just doing this for a fan or for fans or whatever, there's something always, I'll get a letter from somebody or whatever, and be reminded that, oh yeah, that's really why this is going on. This is really why I'm doing this. Even if 200 people heard you, and one person was really moved in some amazing way, it doesn't, or 2,000 people or whatever. You know what I mean? Even if one is affected by it in a positive way, I think that's powerful, because a lot of bands are not doing it for that reason. I'm just saying bands in general. A lot of bands are kind of doing it for themselves or whatever. And I'm not knocking anybody. I'm just saying it's special when you actually have a calling and you're actually fulfilling that calling. It's not always easy to do, as you guys know. And you were talking about some of your challenges over the years, Bryan, and it's like, and you still got to get up all the time. You still got to grab that guitar, and you still got to dig deep, and do what you're called to do in spite of what's going on around you. And I think that's a lot of what I'm going through now, and but it's going to get done. So that's, right now that ministry is really focused on this record, because I think it's really going to touch some people, and definitely I believe it will.
You definitely got to make notes or something, at least mental notes about your trials you're going through, because there's some good songs in there.
That's right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And I think that's what's cool about it too, is we're human, and we may have faith, or we it's not all roses and peaches, and you know what I mean. And I think a lot of people that are lost, or still searching or whatever, they sometimes they think that the people who are Christians, we're all just these people that don't know what pain is, or we don't know what a hard life is, and or whatever. And it's not really like that, So I think when a lot of people say, hey, these guys are human, they believe different than me, but they're people. They understand where I'm at, and I think that's where a lot of the people, that's what they need. They need to know, to say, hey, somebody understands me. They may not agree with everything I'm into or doing or whatever, but they care about me, and they understand where I'm at. They don't judge me, but they love me, pray for me, whatever. Anyways, yeah. That's kind of how what I'm trying to do, I think, with the songs.
Well, I think you nailed it right on the head there, because we focus so much on Christ's deity, and we focus so much on his holiness, and we should, absolutely. But I think what we lose sometimes is his humanity.
Right.
He suffered. He suffered loss. He suffered rejection. He suffered pain. He cried. All the emotions that we feel, all the things that we go through, he endured all that.
And so, it's actually on that note, there is a song kind of about that on this album. It's called "The Bridge," and I think we're going to try to release it as a single before the album comes out. A little hint there, but it's called "The Bridge."
Heard it here.
It's kind of talking about faith in a sense, like an invisible bridge. Like, will I cross this bridge and believe, or will I allow my fear to hold me back? That's part of it. But also, basically, the song is basically saying the bridge between man and God is Christ, because you literally have the deity that is both a deity and a man at the same time. You know what I mean? It lived on both sides, and that is truly what gives us that hope and brings it all together, So anyways, since we were talking about that, I just remembered a song about that on this one. That's coming out.
Now, Chaz, when you do finally listen to Full Armor, make sure you listen to Heaven Draws Near, because it's just like that.
Nice.
When hell breaks loose, heaven draws near. That's one of the lyrics in the chorus.
There you go.
Yeah. So, is there a motif? Is there a specific message you wanted to get out in the album itself overall, or was each song kind of like its own ministry message?
Yeah, the last album was a story and a concept. This one's more like a Decadence Divine. It might be kind of themed a little bit. Man, we live in dark times. Let's face that reality, and we're probably in some part of the last days. I don't know exactly where, but I do believe that we're in that process somewhere. I think the signs are there. So I think, we're kind of like the last Mohicans, you know what I mean? We're kind of like, we're like those last crying voices. And it's, it's kind of like Charlie Kirk, I mean, his voice was louder because of his platform, but like, we need more people like him to stand up and not be afraid to speak the truth, and do it in love. You don't have to judge or hate anyone, but you also can't just cower and pretend like you don't know any better, you know what I mean, or whatever. So, that's kind of the message to me. I hope that people listen to it, and I hope they listen to it with an open mind. And when I say people who are not saved, people that are lost, I'm not here to judge you in any way. I'm human. I'm not perfect by any means, and but here's some food for thought. That's pretty much what it boils down to. But yeah, this is a crazy world we're living in. These are some dark times we're living in, and we can't be afraid to make that known. So
Yeah. So where do you think we are? First of all, eschatology wise, where are you at on the spectrum? Are you pre-trib, post-trib, mid-trib, millennial? Where do you fall in that?
Oh, millennial. Oh, I don't know. Oh, geez, I don't know. I'm just a believer, man. Like, I just don't, a follower. You know what I mean?
Rapture before the tribulation, after or mid? What do you think?
I think the rapture hasn't happened yet.
Right.
I'll say that. I mean, when it's going to happen, I mean, no man knows the day or the hour. So
yeah,
I'm firm on that. It could be tonight. It could be right after this interview, or it could be 100 years from now.
Okay, cool. We're pretty much on the same page with that then.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm pre-trib. So
I'm not like thinking every time there's a sign, it's going to be next week,
Right. Yeah. But it could be. So
it could be.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it absolutely could be. But
we're on the same page.
Yeah. You got, yeah.
It's nothing to run around being all scared about and paranoid.
Right. No, you just got to go keep marching forward and doing your thing.
I don't have enough room in my little desk area right here, but some friend of mine who's jumping up and down at work, he's a Christian. I go, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm rapture practicing."
Oh, man.
So we had some clown recently in South Africa set a date, and it came and it went, and then he doubled down on it and set another date, and I think that date came and went now. So hopefully he's shut down from that, and we don't hear any more nonsense from him. But imminence, yeah. I mean, we're definitely, and I agree with you. We're living in dark times. Do you think a lot about like the end times? Like, do you think the Antichrist might be alive and well and living in the world somewhere right now, or do you think it's something down the road yet?
That's a good question. I mean, I kind of was writing about some of that stuff on that album that you got over there a few years back. So, I mean, I don't know if the Antichrist is here yet or not, but I think we've seen a lot of signs, that, I mean, what Paul talked about, how all the changes will happen in the last days of the children will be lovers of themselves. And I see all these things going on. And it's pretty dead on. So it's, it's almost like somebody just had a peer into the future and just wrote down what they saw. And,
So, yeah. And their future was here. We're living now.
Yeah. It's pretty striking, honestly.
One of the big things for me is the cashless society. Back when I was younger, I always had change in my pocket, And just about a year or so ago, I went to the Aldi, and how you have to pay a quarter for a card.
Yeah.
I knew I didn't have any money on me, but I still tapped my pockets out of a habit because I'm older. I'm like, what am I doing? I don't have any money on me. And everybody just goes,
Right.
you
Right.
tap your card. I mean, money is almost obsolete already, and they're already setting it up to where it's going to be cashless.
Yeah.
Where did we hear about a one world system?
Yeah.
Right.
And everything is going towards that direction, and still the lost are like, oh, you're a crazy Christian. Okay.
Yeah.
Things that we didn't think were possible 20, 25 years ago are looking at us right in the face right now. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So anyway,
I can go weeks without cash in my pocket and never need it.
I'm getting some. I can kind of hear you, but I'm getting some distortion. I don't know if it's my battery's low. I don't know if that's why or if it's something else. But I just letting you know.
Okay.
I don't know if
Are you
it's
on?
coming out that way to everybody else or just me.
Well, I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me, Bryan?
yeah, but it sounds like someone's chewing on something.
Yeah, I do hear some feedback.
Whatever it is must be really good.
Some echo.
Yeah, I'm hearing it from everybody though, not just me.
I don't know where I'm hearing it from. Paul, you'd have to mute things to see if who it is.
All right, so let me. How did we hear it now?
Nope, it's Chaz.
It's Chaz. Okay.
All the
Right,
host
you're back
has
on.
muted.
You're back.
Yeah,
It's
there we
our
go.
guest.
Uh-oh, we lost him. I hope his battery didn't die.
I know. He got mad because we blamed him.
No. So, till he gets back, let's go ahead and are you there, Chaz?
Yeah, you there? Can you hear?
Yeah,
I hear
I
you.
can hear you, but we can't see you.
No, I don't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
La 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 la.
I don't hear you now.
Okay, I can't see you.
Nope.
Let's see.
Our guest is in the dark.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah.
I don't hear
Can't see
you. Can't hear you.
You can't hear us. Can you see us? Oh, I think-
Yeah, let them know. I don't know if they can hear me or not.
yeah, we can hear you.
My battery's really low. It's below 10%. I should have charged it better.
Probably went into safe
I figured it
mode.
would be all right, but I guess this really drains my battery.
Let me see. I'm gonna message. I think Chaz is.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us? I'm gonna send him a message to switch to his
I guess I
laptop.
don't know.
Just wrote to them.
All right, so I sent Chaz a message to switch to his laptop since his
What
his
do they
phone
say?
battery's down. So
He's switching to graph.
Switch the laptop. All right.
We hear him. Yeah.
The joys of live
He can
interviews.
hear.
yeah, this is why we love live.
They just said they can hear you.
Well, he can't hear us. Let's talk about him. Just kidding.
Well, we can't say nothing bad. We can only say good things anyway. So it wouldn't
Oh,
matter.
that's true. Darn it. You took all the fun out of that one.
So while Chaz is getting back on, I'm gonna go ahead and mute his mic, and so somehow he's gonna try his laptop. Okay, so we'll wait for Chaz to get back on. But while we're waiting for Chaz, let's talk about a little bit about what we had. This conversation about the end times. What kind of signs have you seen recently, like in the news, Bri?
Oh, there's some dude in some country that's claiming to be the Messiah.
Oh yeah, I
And
haven't
he's
seen that
from
one.
like the Muslim. He's from the Muslim world.
Oh, I have seen that guy. Yes.
I don't remember the name, but he's acting like he's the dude.
Yeah, I did. I saw an interview. L.A. Marzulli did a show about him,
Okay.
and he played his whole video, and then he gave the guy questions, and the guy answered all the questions for L.A. on the air. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, he thinks he's going to unite all three major religions and bring in this new world order.
There's a funny one I saw. There's this guy, and I don't know what country. It looked like it was from like India or something. And he's on this big elaborate stage, and he's proclaiming how much power he has. And if I don't have this power, may the Lord strike me dead. And the set falls and crushes him.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
I'm laughing, but I don't know if he died or even if it's real. Because
Yeah.
there's so much AI garbage out there. But I did see this like a year ago.
Mhm.
So it could have been before the big push of AI. I don't know.
All right.
May
So
God strike me dead. Boom, that thing lands on him. And there's no way he could have lived if that was real.
all right. So Chaz dropped out, but hopefully he'll get back on with his laptop. So I don't know if you've seen this on the news or not, and I think we talked about it a little bit before the show, and some of our listeners might know something about this. The 3I Atlas comet or whatever it is out there flying around in space right now. It's been a pretty big hot topic. Can you send a comment to Terry Lynn and let her know we're going to wait for him to get on his laptop?
Yep.
All right, cool. Yeah, so this thing flew into our solar system from somewhere outside of our solar system, and it's not acting normal. So some very top scientists are saying it may possibly be something other than a natural phenomenon. And that would play right into this whole end time scenario where what I believe the fallen angels are going to be masquerading as aliens to bring about a big deception. What do you think about that? I think we've had a show about that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because there are no aliens. They're demons. That's my opinion. I'll stick with that because they're deceptive. And the devil himself can appear as an angel of light. And the demons are going to do the same thing. They're just his handiwork. I mean, he's the one pushing. They're the ones that fell. What was it? 1/3 of the angelic host?
Yeah, according to Revelation,
Yep.
Satan sweeps a third of the angels out with his the dragon's tail.
And they hate God because they know they're going to be condemned and judged. Even that one part of the Bible where it says Jesus was talking to him, and they said, "Have you come to take us before our time or before the time?"
Yeah, they know.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah. So something I found out today. I've been doing a lot of research, and I went down some rabbit trails today. And we've had congressional hearings about these UFOs and the UAPs and all that stuff going on, and then we had all these other people who are talking about this great disclosure that's coming, and apparently our government was doing some nefarious stuff, making contact through psychics and stuff and talking to these entities. And there was another little group within our government that recognized that this was a bad thing. And they, Terry says, we apologize for all the tech difficulties. His laptop isn't loading at all. So we probably aren't going to see Chaz anymore tonight. Hopefully we will. Hopefully they'll be able to get back on another way. But so apparently there's two groups within our government. One recognizes the truth and the other one's batting for the other team, seems like. So it's going to be interesting to see how all that kind of plays out as we move towards these last end time events that are taking place and running up.
I sent her a message and said, "Use your phone?" ?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Hopefully they'll be able to get back on. So if you're watching and you're wondering what happened to our guest, he had some technical difficulties, had to drop out. But the Biogenesis album is in the works. They're getting ready to lay down some vocals. They're going to be shooting for a February-ish release date. Looking forward to that. And I guess Rocks Records is where we can buy Biogenesis music. So if you haven't heard Biogenesis before and you want to check them out, go to Rocks Records and support the band. Buy their CD.
She said one moment.
Okay, cool. So
do you have her as a friend, because you can send that link to her messenger. Maybe
I do.
Do that just in case they want to use her phone.
Okay. So,
It
so
won't hurt
Bryan, tell me what's
anybody.
going on with you right now, man. Well, I'm doing this.
I am waiting for John to heal. Everybody pray for my drummer, John. He had something removed from his foot, so he's off his feet for 2 weeks. And so we can't do anything recording or work on my basement. So when he's up and on his feet again, we're going to build a couple walls and get it ready for the drywall guy. And so, man, it's going to be so cool because I have the basement's already almost ready. The previous owner was already drywalling it, so you can see at the bottom of the steps where it's unfinished. It's kind of like he was going down the steps and around the corner, and then he decided to sell the house. But he's got, you know how before you drywall, you put the wood planks on the wall?
Yeah,
That's all done already.
nice.
So John and I are going to try to save me money by building our own couple inside interior walls. Then the drywall guy will come and do the ceiling and all the walls, and we'll put the doors up. And then I'll get the carpet man to come, and then we'll have a studio. So it's going to be called Hot Shot Studios.
That's excellent. Good deal.
That was the nickname for my daughter, Hot Shot. So
Okay, nice.
you probably at the end of any of the videos that I make, you'll hear her say Hot Shot Video, and then she laughs, she giggles because she was little when she did that, and it was so cute.
Yeah, that's great. So your thing is at the end of every show, read your Bible every day, even if it's only one chapter.
Yep.
So, and I know you get into conversations online, and I know that you like to share the things that you're learning. So, what's something you picked up this week in your studies that popped for you that really made you think this week?
Oh man.
Put
I'm
you
gonna
on the spot.
grab something real quick.
All right. So I'll talk about what I've been reading while Bryan's checking out, getting whatever he's getting. So I just finished reading through the book of Samuel, and it's the story, First Samuel, and it's the story of how the people rejected God as their king, and they wanted a king, and God gave them what the world would look at and say, "Oh, this guy's head and shoulders above everybody. He's a big, strong guy. He's powerful. He's your king. Here's your king." And the guy was a complete disaster. He failed at every turn and ended up getting rejected by God. And then God chose this kid, the shepherd boy, who was of no account, that his father didn't even consider him worthy of being king material, because he didn't even present him to Samuel, and Samuel came to the house to check out the sons. And God chose him because of his heart, because of the fact that he loved God and he was fearless. And he wasn't fearless because he trusted in himself. He wasn't fearless because he was some big, strong guy that could just do stuff. He was fearless because he trusted God. He was fearless because he knew that God had his back, and that whatever he had to do, whatever needed doing, he could just do it, because he knew that God would empower him to do the things that needed to be done. And I think that's where we want to really find ourselves in our spiritual walks with the Lord, is that we don't look at how much money we have or don't have. We don't look at how much power we have or don't have, or influence we have or don't have. We look at, there's something that needs to be done. I'm empowered by the Spirit of God. I'm called to do something about this thing, and I'm going to go do it. And you stand up and you go and you walk and you let the power of the Lord go before you and clear the path and do the work through you and in you, and you'll see amazing things happen. So if you can be encouraged with that this week, Chaz is back with us. If you can be encouraged with that this week, then please don't let anything hold you back from jumping in and doing amazing things in the name of the Lord.
Real
Chaz is
quick,
back. Hey, man.
but let me answer that real quick.
Yes.
Because what I did 2 nights ago in my reading kind of piggybacks off what you said, except it's a precursor to what you're talking about. Because before you can go and do it, you need to be in prayer. So I was in Acts chapter 10, and I noticed a verse starting in 4. And it says that the angel told him, your prayers and your acts of charity have ascended as a memorial offering before God. So when we pray and we do the things that we're supposed to do, God notices and he doesn't let it go on the wayside. But I wanted to ask you, Paul, what is a memorial offering specifically?
I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You're the pastor. You're supposed to know.
That's I know about this free will offerings, and I know about the sin offerings, and I know the memorial offering. I have to get back to you on that one.
And do you know,
Chaz,
Chaz?
do you know what a memorial offering is?
I'm like, he's going to ask me next.
So we kind of got into a theological discussion a little bit while we're waiting for you to get back on, and we were just talking about how the Lord empowers us to do big things, where in and of ourselves we wouldn't have that power or that ability to do it. What's some areas for you musically or in the things that you've been involved in that you can remember where you've done things that you probably shouldn't have been able to?
Actually, that album that I was talking about earlier from Jacob's Dream, like the funny thing is, I'll tell you, there's a guy who wrote me and said, man, he goes, I really want to talk to you because you told my life story, exactly what I went through on this album. And he wanted to know my story. Well, here's the funny thing is I never touched a drug in my life, and here I am describing and writing about this person going through all these feelings and it's like to a T exactly how I felt. I shouldn't know that, honestly.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's just one example. I mean, sometimes when I write, I'm like, I shouldn't understand this as well as I do. And I don't really know why and I've noticed, God doing that with me in general with my writing a lot. So that's why one of the reasons why I know that I'm called to do it, because I wouldn't know those things on my own,
Chaz, it sounds like not only do I have a Holy Ghost writer, you have a Holy Ghost writer.
Right. You got it. That's right.
That's a song on our third album. And that's the reason why I wrote it, because you're speaking just like me. I listened to some of our songs and I'm like, how in the world did I write this?
Yeah, right. Sometimes I look back on things, I'm like, wow, yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
So do you ever go back and listen to stuff that you wrote and think, man, where'd that come from? That definitely came from God.
Definitely.
Yep. I didn't think I was the only one.
If you can think of it later, get on YouTube and look up Biogenesis, I Am the One. That's one of those songs. I wrote those lyrics years and years. I mean, years even before Bio was formed. I wrote them just sitting down with no music in my head or anything. And I don't normally do it that way. I prefer to write the lyrics to the music. The music is there, and then I kind of I fill in the blanks.
Okay.
But in this instance, I just felt inspired to sit down and start writing, right? And I just started writing these lyrics, and it's really from the point of view of Christ, saying, I'm the one that loved you even when you denied me, all these types of things. And I remember when I finished writing it, I read it back, and it like kind of overcame me with emotion, like almost as if I had nothing to do with writing it at all. Wow. I was just reading. It was like a canvas, and I was just reading it back. I mean, that's probably sounds crazy to an unbeliever, but I mean that was real, And I remember I could not fit any music to it. Nothing fit. I kept trying to. It's like trying to put something in a square peg, and you got a circle. It didn't fit, And then one day, we're at bio practice back. This is back when we did our first album, and this guy was playing this riff in his gym, and I was like, and it just hit me. I knew it instantly. I was like, wait a minute, hold that! Don't forget that riff. I'll be right back. I ran upstairs. I was like, where is it? Where is it? And I'm in the vault looking for that old piece of paper that I wrote that on. Ran downstairs. I said, play that again. He started playing it, and I just started, the lyrics start flowing. Oh. So it's kind of funny. It's almost like God knew that song was going to exist, like 10 years from now. It's going to be that, but
Yeah.
why he chose to write the words then, I don't know, but it's like,
so that it would give him glory. That's why, because the song "Fallen Angel" from our third album, I sat down originally to make that a heavy butt kicker. 6 attempts later, it ends up being like a ballad.
Yeah,
but it came out so good. See, he knows what he's doing.
Well,
he knows
lean not on your own understanding, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He's always a million steps ahead of you. So.
Oh, big time. Even if he's only one step ahead of me, he knows what he's doing more than I do.
That's right. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, I apologize for the technical difficulties, guys.
Oh, no,
that's okay. Because the beauty of YouTube is that when this goes up to YouTube, I can edit all that right out, and
there
you go. Know that we had a problem.
but we had a good conversation though, so you don't want to cut that out.
Yeah, I'll leave that in, but I'll cut out. I'll edit it out so it looks like we just took a little break real quick and then come back. So
some will know.
But the live version is on our regular YouTube. It's on our Road Less Traveled YouTube channel.
Okay.
RLT Live has the live versions of everything. So if you want
to anyone who's watching live, I apologize for the little mishaps there.
No worries. That's we know when we do live, anything can happen. That's kind of the fun of it.
That's true.
It's all
risk
good,
takers.
Man.
Yep.
It's all
We're
good.
trailblazers in this world.
If you would have seen some of our first episodes when we were trying to get YouTube, Facebook live to work, and sometimes it took us 6 tries before we could even get the show rolling. It was a kind of a comedy show. So
oh boy,
yeah. So it's all good, man. So we're about running out of time. We got about 3 minutes left. 2 minutes left. If I want to buy some of your music, where do I go?
Go to what's Rox's page.
So Rox.
I always send people to roxrecords.com.
Yeah, I mean, there you can find other places too, Amazon and all that. But if you go straight to the source, I think they like that when you buy from them. So you'll definitely find it all there. Even Rise of the Phoenix was on a different record label, but I believe he has some of those too. So
there is Bill Rock's page.
There you go.
On Facebook, and that'll give you links and stuff too.
Yeah.
And you can find music for almost all of our guests that we've had on. You can find their music at Rox in some form or another.
Or Girder.
Yeah. So, any parting words you want to leave for the audience, Chaz, before we sign off tonight?
Just stay strong, and I know sometimes it's hard to get through the day. Every now and then, we're all war torn, and all that over the years. But stay strong. God has a purpose, and stay sensitive to His voice and what He's calling you to do. Sometimes we miss out on opportunities to do what He wants us to do, and I believe that because I believe it's up to us to obey and do. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's kind of like how I personally kind of don't agree when people say, "Oh, don't worry about it. If it's meant to be, God will make it happen." Well, yeah, but we also got to do our part.
Yes.
Like God can steer you in a direction, but if you ignore that and you go left, you may not get you or someone else may not receive the blessing that was intended.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? So I think I believe it works more that way. That's just what I think. So stay, in the know, stay sensitive to what God is telling you to do. And these are hard times, these are hard times for a lot of us in this financial world that we're in this dark world that we're in. It's just all of the above. But we're here for a reason. Yep. And, we're, soldiers or whatever you want to call it. And just keep that in mind and, stay in love and Don't get caught up in a bunch of silly arguments about things that don't need to be argued about, when we need to be praying for people and we need to be praying for this world that we're in. That's how I feel. You know, I see a lot of people on internet arguing over, whether the I don't know, just something really silly, just and people, oh no, you're wrong. It's the Holy Grail's over here, whatever, and non-believers see that, they see some of that silliness, you know what I mean? And we're flawed, we're humans, we know that, but and anyways, that's just my advice. Just keep your head up, stay in prayer, and remember, we're stronger together. Where two or more are gathered in his name, there he will be also. So try not to be isolated too much. So we got this. Just stay in the war, man.
100%. Bryan, any parting words?
A song came to my head from Petro when Chaz was talking, and it's the waters never part until our feet get wet.
That's right.
So throughout the Bible, God can do anything he wants, and he doesn't need us. But what he does is give us the opportunity for blessing. Because let's say Paul was an unbeliever, and I witness to him, and he comes to know the Lord. I didn't save him, but what I did was participate in what God was already going to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there's a blessing there.
Right.
And now, and then we become together. You can form a great friendship through telling somebody about the Lord, because then they're grateful, and then they're telling somebody else. I mean, how do you think we got to where we are now from 12 people?
Right. Well, and if you witness to a person and they're just like, nah, they're just totally like, they're just not hearing you. 12 years from now, they might remember something you said, and that might, God might,
because it's of God.
In their ear, you never know when you're planting a seed. I mean, it's like,
exactly.
We don't know what we're doing. We're just hearing what God is calling us to do. We don't know the full picture like God does.
Yep. So. Plus, Chaz, you and I are going to die one day. You too, Paul. Not that you're going to live forever in this world, but we're making music. We're working on our 5th album. When I die, that music's still going to be out there.
That's right. Yeah.
So I'm like building a legacy, basically.
Yeah.
And that's what I want. Because after I'm done, I want the demons to still tremble at the word of God through my music.
There you go. Yeah.
Good deal. Good deal.
That's right.
All right. Well, Chaz, thanks so much for joining us tonight. Thanks for coming back on after the technical difficulties.
Yeah, thanks for putting up with my silly difficulties there.
It happens, man. It's no big deal.
I told Paul, while he's gone, let's talk about him.
And tell him what I said.
He said, we can't talk bad about our guests.
The live feed now.
You can't say nothing bad about him anyway, so it wouldn't matter if we talked about him or not.
I'm like, dang it, you take all the fun out of it.
So, thanks for coming on. Thanks for enduring through with all the technical stuff, man. Excited about what you got coming out down the road. I'll post. I'll try to find that YouTube video. I'm the one, and put a link to it in the comment section for the show. And just thanks again. Thanks to everybody who chimed in on the comments and checked us out live tonight, and who finds us on whatever platform you're watching this recorded. Next week, Sunday, the 2nd, November 2nd, 7 p.m. We're going to have Rex Scott from X Center on. So we're excited about that. And we got some other exciting guests coming up for November and following. So be sure to stay tuned.
The 16th of November, we have the lead singer from Images of Eden, Gordon Titsworth.
Okay. And I think 2 weeks from then, we have Les and Joyce Carlson on.
The 23rd.
Nice.
23rd. Yeah. So their new album should be coming out right around that same. Right
and
around
they asked to come back, so it's their fault.
Yeah. So
did you guys hear my cover of America by Bloodgood from Vultures?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. If you haven't heard of Paul, check it out.
I will definitely check it out.
But that project's called Vultures Gathering. It was kind of a one-off, group that I did with some other guys.
I think you sent that to me. So is that somewhere on YouTube now?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I'll definitely check that out too. Well, thanks again. Thank you, Chaz. Thank you, Bryan. Thank you, everyone, for being with us tonight. And we'll see you again next week. God bless y'all.
God bless.